Morning, family. Addict named Billy P. All that white stuff behind us. Well, I live in Michigan, and that stuff comes every year, and it gets cold here in Michigan. And thank God for recovery. Thank God for the ability to change. Thank God for the 12-step program. And thank God for people that never gave up on me, even when I gave up on myself. I want to talk about change today. You know, we live in a society and we live in a world today where the media and the papers and all that garbage out there, the news wants to tell us that, you know, we're not going to change, and that, you know, addicts and alcoholics are menace to societies and castaways, and, you know, we're always going to be, you know, these people who are never going to amount to nothing. And I'm sorry, but no, I'm not sorry. They're wrong. They're absolutely wrong. Addicts and alcoholics are the most intelligent, resourceful people that God placed on this planet. It didn't matter what it took for us to get one more. We got that one more. We shoot moves that Einstein himself would never be able to figure out. We just need to figure out how to challenge our intelligence and our us being resourceful into a positive manner. And that's what the program of recovery does. And change is possible. I know for a fact. I've watched it within myself every day. I see it within my wife, who now has over 2 years and 4 months with nothing in her body. And, you know, I've seen every side of this disease within my family, outside of my family, in recovery, out of recovery. I've watched it do everything that it could possibly do to try to destroy not just me, but everybody I care about. And I'm in this to win it. And we can win. We can be victorious. You know, I answer to the politicians and the government and the lawmakers and the doctors and the insurance companies. They're all about the dollar. That's all they care about. I'm sorry, but it is. I'm not even sorry, man. I'll call it as it is. You know, they're looking for all these answers. And in reality, all these answers only helps them make money. All their answers, all of their temporary solutions, only puts a Band-Aid on a permanent problem. Now, problem is the disease of addiction. If you don't think it's a disease and you think it's a choice, you have no idea what you're talking about. I know it's a disease. And I know, yes, at first I did have a choice, but then I crossed that line. When I crossed that line and this disease took over my entire body, mind, soul, spirit, everything, I no longer had a choice anymore. I had to go get it, and that's exactly what it was telling me the entire time. And it didn't matter who I had to hurt to go get it. It didn't matter who I had to push to get out of my way to go get it. And every time I got incarcerated, I would find jailhouse religion. And when I would leave that building, I would leave that jailhouse religion right back in that building where I got it from. And I would always go do what I've always done, and I would simply get what I've always gotten. And every time I would go and relocate, man, I found out that I brought my worst problem with me, because his name is Billy P. And when he shows up, he wants to make a mess out of everything because he thinks that he has all the answers, and he doesn't even know the questions being asked. It wasn't until I got the one thing that's proven that works. It's a 12-step program, a process of recovery. It was formulated in 1935 in Akron, Ohio by Dr. Bob and Bill W. It's a God-given program, and I found myself, you know, reaching out and finally asking for help. And when I finally asked for the help, they didn't give me a pill. They didn't give me a shot. They gave me a 12-step program. They gave me guidance, and they told me what I had to do in order for me to find recovery. Today, we want to sugarcoat it, and we want to be all kind about it, you know, when somebody comes in the door. Don't get me wrong, I'm all about loving somebody. I got a heart, man, that it's huge for people. But I also understand that it's a life or death situation for me, for this addict. Why would I want to sugarcoat it or make it simpler? It is what it is. If you don't like it, you know, maybe you need to look at it for the reality of it. The reality is this: if I pick up, I'm going to die. I'm going to die spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. I don't put anything in front of my recovery. Not my wife, not my kids, not business, not anything. My recovery always comes first because I can only take care of them after I'm done taking care of myself. And if I'm never going to take care of myself, then I'm absolutely useless for those people that God placed in my life. I quit running away from responsibility because of the 12-step program. I found freedom, not just freedom from active addiction, but freedom from self through the 12-step program. I don't believe I'm ever going to be cured. I believe it's going to be a process that I'm going to have to deal with, man, for the remainder of my life. But I know that it doesn't come in a pill, and it doesn't come in a shot that costs you $1,600 a month per person to block opiates. That's the government's newest way. Oh, this guy's got a problem, or this woman has a problem. We're going to incarcerate them for 7 days. And after 7 days, we're going to give them a Vivitrol shot, and it's going to cost somebody $1,600 a month. And what this shot's going to do is it's going to block their ability to get high off of opiates. It's an opiate blocker for $1,600. I'm a drug addict, people. If you're foolish enough to spend $1,600 a month to block my opiate use, I have news for you. I'm going to smoke crack, snort Peru, and drink Jack Daniels because I'm an addict. That's what I'm doing. The drugs ain't my problem. The inability to stop, the inability to control the use of drugs is a symptom of the disease of addiction. So the government's ways and the politician ways and the doctor ways and our insurance companies, their solution is let's block their use of opiates that's going to cost society $1,600 a month. That's only putting a Band-Aid on it. The drugs and the alcohol, those were never even my problems. My problem is I have this disease. I've got this thinking problem. I've got this thing inside of my head that I'm always looking for instant gratification. And problem is once I turn it on, it took God and society over 20 years to turn it off. Why would I do anything to turn it on today? I'm simply not gonna. Change is possible. For the addicts that are out there that are chronic relapsers, surrender is the only way to do it. For the family members who think that they can help that addict get where they need to get, and, listen, if love could cure me, I would have been cured a long time ago, and if money could have cured me, I'd have been cured a long time ago. I come from a great family. It's got a lot of love. I don't come from a broken family. I don't come from a poor family. My mom and dad adopted 4 of us all from different families, and I'd imagine at a very young age, my mom and dad were like, boy, we really got the bad end of the stick with this guy. But today, let me tell you something. My mom and my dad, they're huge to me. They're 2 of my closest friends. I love them with everything I have. They learned how to love me from a distance many years ago, and that helped me. It helped me start the process of recovery, something that I had to do for myself. There's no magical wand. There's a process. There's no microwave version. And people nowadays, boy, they think that they go into treatment for 21 days and they get out after 21 days. And by golly, man, they've got everything going on and they think that they're on their 4th step. Listen, you're not on your 4th step. Are you out of your mind? At 21 days, I still didn't know nothing. At 12 months, I still wanted to get high and hurt people. I kept going to meetings. I kept doing this process. Everybody wants a microwave version. What can we do? Ding! It dings, and all of a sudden, bam, this miracle happens. Why would you settle for microwave? Do you understand, man? We deserve better than that. I don't even want anything out of the microwave. Just like I don't want to order commissary anymore. I want a barbecue. I want a slow, roasted, rotisserie barbecue. And that's what recovery is. It's slow and it's a rotisserie. And when it comes out, it's not like an instant thing from that microwave. It's juicy. It's plentiful. It's good. Every bit of it is good. That's what recovery is about to me. So media, keep talking all your crap because I'm not going to stop talking the truth. And doctors and Insurance companies keep getting rich at the expenses of broken families and addicts who fall to this disease of addiction. And I'm not going to quit telling the truth. And for the addicts who are having a hard time, come join us. Quit being embarrassed. Quit being ashamed. It's everywhere in the whole entire country. The only way that it's going to get better is by boldness, is by coming out, man, onto the battlefields and fighting this fight. Silent no more. Why would I care, man, if you knew that I was a recovering drug addict and a recovering alcoholic? The shame is staying out there, and the shame is staying in the closets, and the shame in reality is acting like that the problem isn't as bad as it is, and it is. The problem is that bad. Families are destroyed. People are dying. Our next generation, they're doing things today that it's going to keep them from ever even seeing the future. The only way that's going to get better is if we, people in recovery, families in recovery, come together, throw the embarrassment and the false shame and the false pride out the window. All that stuff did is keep me sick. Throw all that falseness away. Stand up for what's right. Tell the truth. Don't worry about what people say about you. I got people that send me all kinds of nasty messages and blah, blah this and blah, blah that. And if they think that that bothers me or it's going to get me to shut up, they can get bent because they have no idea where I've been or the things that I have gone through to be where I'm at today. I'm going to continue being that voice to let you know that any addict can make it. Any addict can find a new way to live. Never use again. Surrender. Find happiness, peace, joy, and freedom. Look at a life that they never even thought was possible. If this guy can do it, anybody can. Come join us. Quit fighting. And come join us. Not just freedom from active addiction, but freedom from self. That's huge. I'm out of here. Have a great day.